Hey everyone, and welcome back to another collection video. In this video, we're going to be covering my Nintendo 64 game collection. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first game is Super Mario 64. I've had this for years. So as you can see, it's very worn, but it still plays good. Classic childhood game of mine. Next up, we have the Japanese version, which I bought because this one is more commonly used for speed runs, and I kind of wanted to test it out. And as you can see, the back is actually different from the American version in these little slots here. So in order to play it on my Nintendo 64, I had to unscrew the back from this case and put it here to be able to play it, because it wouldn't fit in my Nintendo 64 console with this type of backing. But, this is still pretty decent. But of course, I usually just stick with the American release because that's the one I play the most. Next up, we have Super Smash Bros., the classic one. Still a fun game. Next, we have Mario Party, which I bought online a couple years ago. I have not played it, but I bought it just because I wanted to own the three that are on the Nintendo 64. So there's this one, and then Mario Party 2. This one I've had since I was little. So this one's more worn. I did not end up finding Mario Party 3, so not a big deal though. Next up we have Paper Mario. Not my favorites. I only played this a couple times, but I've never made it all the way through because I just find Paper Mario too difficult and too confusing, especially Super Paper Mario for the Wii, but you know what? Still cool to have. Next up we have Diddy Kong Racing, another childhood one of mine. Even though I'm not that good at the game, it's still pretty fun. I haven't made pretty much any progress on it, though, so there's still a lot of unlockable courses that I have not unlocked yet. Next up, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. This was another one I bought later off of eBay when I bought the memory card for the Nintendo 64. I don't really play this version much anymore because, as you saw in my Tony Hawk collection video last year, I got both this one and Pro Skater 2 for Dreamcast, and I prefer the Dreamcast version than the N64 versions, but this one I've had for years as well. Again, this one was not one I had as a kid. This one was. So, there's that. Next up, Pokemon Stadium. Not a big Pokemon fan, but I do like the mini-games in this. That was pretty much the only reason I really played this game, was because of the mini-games. And then this was a tough one to find, but I am glad to have it, Pokemon Stadium 2. I haven't really played this one much, but I figured I'd buy it just because it's another Pokemon Stadium game. Like I said, though, this one was tough to find, but I ended up finding it really cheap. I forgot where, but it wasn't that much. Then here's Pokemon Snap. I played this a lot when I was younger at a friend's house, but I never owned it. I got this one a couple years ago. And I do own a new Pokemon Snap for the Switch. I haven't played that yet. So here's another childhood one, Banjo-Kazooie. Haven't completed this one either, but still had some good memories with this one. Then the last two, we have Namco Museum 64, which has Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Galaga, Galaxian, Pole Position, and Dig Dug. Pretty good compilation. This was a fun one. And then the last one, which I don't know why I bought, but it's Superman 64. Mainly bought it just because of the AVGN, and it's not that good, but I'll still hold on to it just because of meme reasons, I guess. So that's it. Those are all the N64 games I have. Not really much to say about it since there's not really much to go over with the cartridges. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next video.